Here we go. Going to talk about a little bit about IU basketball and on behind with the games. I'm just going to go with their last one with Wisconsin. Um, been having been having a busy life here lately, but let's get it kicked off. Uh, Indiana didn't play sloppy. This is just was cold. Wisconsin didn't really shoot much better either. I don't really think it was the defense, though. I'm not sure what was going on. They were out of sync with their shooting. That's the best way I can explain it. They just couldn't hit their shots. They were 1 for 8 behind the arc, but nevertheless they win. Uh, Field goal. So they were 29 of 62 for 46.8%. They were 1 for 8 behind the arc. So yeah, that's just it's not going to cut it. They didn't shoot very many free throws. They were 4 for 5 on three free throws. I mean, was that 80% probably? Um, they had 8 turnovers and 16 fouls, which wasn't bad. Wisconsin, on the other hand, they were, I want to say 8 for 16 or less than that. Maybe it was 8 for 20, something like that, on their free throws. So they didn't shoot free throws very well either. However, Trace Jackson Davis, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 18 points. Just not as dominant as he usually is. Jalen Hood-Schifino, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 16 points. Again, just not putting out what he was putting out, is what he has been putting out. Geronimo, 11 points, no assist. Actually, it's 12 points, no assists, 11 rebounds. So basically, your scores. Malik Renew had 3 rebounds, no assists. He had 6 points. So that basically covers the statistics on the game. The game was hard fought, better defense, less fouls, just a struggle to score. So, and it wasn't so much the defense; we were just missing our shots. But nevertheless, how can we argue with not losing and winning? So, Wisconsin was at that point ranked 18th. I'm sure they're going to move down from that. Indiana is no longer ranked. So there you go. It is what it is. Let's move on to yesterday, or I guess it'd be today. It's late at night. It's today. Jaguars. They played the Chargers. That was an interesting game. That game, I'm sure everybody had Jaguars just scratched off the entire first half. Jaguars are getting dominated, and I do mean dominated. They were pushed around. They couldn't move the ball down the field. I think there were 4 picks in the first half. It just did not look good. Chargers just looked like they were destroying them. Second half, they come out, different attitude, different score. Jaguars come back. They win it 31-30. Moving on and moving into the playoffs. We also have the Bills and the Dolphins. That was a close game throughout the entire game. Dolphins would not go away. Their special teams, their defense was holding them in the game. The Dolphins played well. Their offense is on and off, but they do not have a winning quarterback. Well, I shouldn't say that. They do not have a playoff quarterback, which they almost made playoffs with him. I mean, made it further into the playoffs with him. But the quarterback that got him into the playoffs, he's gone. I don't think he's ever going to come back. But however, the Bills win it 34-31. And that was an extremely close game. I mean, the Dolphins defense it was insane. Giants and the Vikings, close game. Giants win it 31-24. Don't let that score seem like the Vikings basically got, poo-pooed away. So they ain't sure anything the fuck what happened. The Vikings had the lead for most of the game. The Giants finally got things moving. They're going to be dangerous in the playoffs. They really are. They're going to be extremely dangerous. Ravens, Bengals. Uh, so the Ravens offense just is not going to cut it. They don't have a quarterback, not really. I mean, they do, but he's not that good. And he just, they needed a quarterback. The Ravens defense, stout defense, doing what they had to do to win the game against the Bengals. They ended up losing it 17-24. But there was some weird shit that happened during that game that caused them to lose the game. They were on the half-yard line getting ready to score. Quarterback snuck it. Quarterback tried to stick it over the line, over the top of the offensive line. Not a lot of experience with him. And they knock it out of his hands. It's then returned for a touchdown. Holy shit. And yeah, that was a crazy game. Weird shit. Like I said, weird shit. Nevertheless, the Bengals win that game. They move on. Cowboys and the Buccaneers. Okay, they haven't played. They play tomorrow. I believe that the Cowboys are going to beat the Bucs. I don't see how the Bucs can win. Yes, they have the greatest quarterback of all times as of this point now. I mean, I personally am a huge Peyton Manning fan. I believe he's a better quarterback overall. But when you got Tom Brady breaking all these records and doing some crazy shit at his age, I mean, it's hard to argue. But I believe the Cowboys are going to win that game. If they choke, I'm going to be pissed because I have called every game so far. So, Jaguars, I said was going to win that game. I honestly was sweating a little bit the first half. So, and the rest of the games are kind of self-explanatory because having you bet against the Bills, Giants have been playing real good. Bengals and the Ravens. That game was too close for me, but I called the Bengals winning that game. So I've got all the games correct so far. I believe the Cowboys are going to win that game, and I got this bad feeling the Cowboys are going to end up running away from it probably in the third quarter. It's probably going to be close all the way up to the third quarter, and I think the Cowboys are probably going to run away with it. And it has nothing to do with what happened with the Colts. The Cowboys, that's just the way they've been playing this season. But yeah, that's the way I think that's going to happen. And then we got the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Man, I think that's going to be a close game. I really do. I believe that's going to be a lot closer than what people think. Chiefs are going to take it though. Chiefs are probably going to take it by 10. Giants and the Eagles. I think that game's going to be close. I think that's going to be really close. Eagles are probably going to edge over and win that game. But I think that game's going to be extremely close. Giants' defense is a lot better than I thought they were. I think Giants are going to give them a struggle, but I think the Eagles are going to win that game. You got the Bengals and the Bills, and I mean, in all reality, what can I say? The Bills are going to win that game. It's hard not to go ahead and just say, hey, the Bills are going to win against almost anybody. So the Dolphins and the Bills game, I made a comment and I was corrected and they were right. They do not have Tua. That's Miami's biggest problem. They do not have Tua, and he's not coming back. So they had a better quarterback. They may have beat the Bills today. But I said it was going to be an extremely close game, but the Bills are going to win. And then I was told that it wouldn't be close because Tua was no longer there. They were wrong. I was right. But yes, the Bills are going to win that game as well. So it is what it is, and that's my predictions. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me. Cowboys are well known to choke in the playoffs, so we'll see how that goes. But I just got this funny feeling they're going to get out of that little groove this year, just because I can see how the direction they're going. They've started wavering a little bit, but I believe they're going to turn it up here in the playoffs. So we'll find out tomorrow. But that's pretty much all I got. I will say this. What the fuck is up with Indiana basketball? Until the Wisconsin game, which, like I said, I'm not impressed by the Wisconsin game. They did not play well, but neither did Wisconsin. They've been fouling too much. They have not been making enough buckets. They've been standing around, not moving around. The defense has been sloppy. It's like they're playing for no reason at all. Like they're just out there playing. Like it's no big deal what happens. They're just, just out shooting around, doing whatever. They do not have enough. I don't know. I ain't gonna say it's effort. They do not have enough energy. They don't have enough spunk. They don't have enough charisma. They don't. It's somewhere in that neighborhood. They don't have that spirit. So I have spirit. How about you? We have spirit. Whatever it goes. Yeah, they don't have it. So anyhow, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna get out of here. If you like this video, please like. If you've not subscribed, you're still watching this perhaps, which is be a big surprise because I've rambled a little bit on this one. Then please subscribe. If you do not like this video and you're still here, don't torture yourself anymore. Scroll down, find a video you might like that I've made before. So anyhow, you guys have a good one, and I will catch you in another.